Hello and good evening. Live and alert on the north side of the dirt. We really live. It's Thursday live with me, D Real, and Rock with Me Nation. I'm rocking with y'all because y'all rocking with me. I'll be honest with y'all. I had to go and find my Rock with Me Nation uh sign there. it was I don't know where I dug it out of some old file, an old footage file. Anyway, y'all don't care about none of that, but we rocking. So let's just stay in that mood, in that vibe, in that energy, because I want y'all to be thinking today. This will probably beggar mentioning when some more people get up in here, but to the couple people that's in here already, this is gonna be some think about it kind of stuff. And I want y'all thinking about what makes sense, what doesn't, what sounds like, you know what, I don't want to spoil it, because if I say too much, then people going to start thinking, and then you're going to start trying to counter think me. And the idea isn't for you to react to what I say so much as respond to it. There's a difference. There's a difference. Let me say hello. Hey, Grand Madam, how you doing? Kamoyo is back. What's going on, sir? I don't feel like you was gone, if I'm being honest. And Groovy in the building, of course, always up in the building. Absorb, yeah, okay, yeah. Absorb it and ruminate. Not for a long time, but just because, as we well know, people react in the chat. They respond to what I say, but I notice, because I can see the chat, and people are responding not so much to respond in a mindful way, but to, hey, I'm gonna get my zinger in, and hey, I'm gonna say this. And it's like some of it tonight, folks gonna have to really be reflective. That's where we at with it, because it's a lot of real-time stuff happening, in the world that is we can't compartmentalize it anymore, if that makes sense. I can't sit in here, and just like be in a matrix type situation while it's all kind of chaos and hell going on everywhere. And now more than ever, it's just like when you got a group of people together and they somewhat like-minded, that's why we need to know everybody rocking with everybody like they say they are, and it ain't just a fair weather type thing. No shade to my girl, the fair weather fan up there in Buffalo. Shouts out. But yeah, enough folks get in here. I'm gonna give folks a little time, because I've noticed that when I start late versus just showing up late, I get more participation. Because long story short, it takes a while to slide up into a live. Sliding up into a live ain't like sliding up into a TV show or a movie or a play or something like that. Because to a degree, what I do isn't so much scripted as it is outlined. So we got topic 1, bullet points A, B, and C. Topic 2, bullet points A, B, and C. Might be a D, depending on how much meat comes out of the topic, because I play the conversation off of the chat just like the chat plays off the conversation. So I am going for a spirited engagement and not necessarily a protracted one. That's just a fancy way of saying we're gonna be in here for a good time, but not a long time. Well, my middle daughter is coming to visit. I haven't seen middle child in a while, and you know, you listen to J. Cole, but I feel like I vibe really good with my middle child. She has absorbed the most derealism, if that makes sense. If that makes sense. I gotta get me a wider light so that there's not that ring constantly in the middle of the sound. So might have to be a bigger, rounder light versus the smaller, rounder light. I don't know if it bugs y'all, but it's just kind of on me. You know what I mean? And when I sit and I look at it. How's everybody's day been going? Was your day productive, or did you just sit on your ass? Either way, was it what you wanted it to be? If it was, the day was a win for you. If it wasn't, evaluate and move accordingly. Or reevaluate, rather. I feel like I've been doing a lot of thinking about things. I got a call from a friend. Didn't get a chance to talk to him because I don't know what I was doing, but I heard the message from him. And if you watching, Chad, shout out to you, brother. I ain't forgot. I'm gonna get at you, but he's down in Miami, and I have been talking for a number of years about departing the great state of Alaska. And I feel like current events are kind of urging that forward. Those are there signs, So you have to be. I'm mindful of my surroundings all the time. Some people might say I walk around with on a swivel. You know what I mean? Because I observe things that people don't see. I'm like sometimes, me and my wife will be out somewhere, and I'll say, oh, such and such, this, that, and peeped like some stuff about some people that was like 30, 40 yards ahead of us. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not. You know what I mean? Yeah, I see people walking across the street. You know what I'm saying? This the profile. Why does somebody want to get you? You just walking around like that? You just your face in your phone, not paying no kind of attention? Anyways. Black Panther in the building. Black Panther came in and said hello to Grand Madam. Okay, how you doing? Anyway, my boy Theo in here. All right, brother Theo's in the building. It's a party now. It's a whole party now. And it can't be a party without Paul Martin, because Paul Martin is Paul Martin, and Paul Martin will be Paul Martining. You like that? Paul Martining or Paul Martinizing? You know what? I like that. I remember back in the day, they used to talk about something like that, martinizing your lawn, your dry cleaning, when you take it to the dry cleaner, martinizing it. Anyway, maybe that's just somewhere where I was, but yeah, we're gonna do some Paul Martinizing tonight. Good to hear, brother. Good to hear. Glad everybody's good. Let me just go ahead and throw Kamoyo's hey, hello, how you doing up, because I'm not sure if y'all saw it. Bam. There it is. The Kamoyo King says, welcome to the chat. Kindly like, share, and subscribe. We are on the way to 1,000, and we're closing in. We're about 780, 790. So come and sit a spell. Bring a friend. Yeah, get this edutainment. Get this edutainment. Because we're going edutaining tonight. Trust and believe. Trust and believe. Kamoyo also says, always on my wife about situational awareness. We aren't out late at night. We keep the carport lit at night, and I always stay with the burner. You know, I could be like that, but I know me. Y'all don't want D-Real walking around with nothing like that. Y'all, nah. It be consequences, and they will be immediate because I'm Gen X, and I'm like, say what's on your mind, get it off your chest, but don't be upset when I get it off mine too. Moyo King say stay strapped so you don't get clapped. Some instances you can still get clapped. You know what I'm saying? Clap first so your heart don't burst. So they removed the concealed carry law. Alaska never had one. It's cats walking around out here like Wyatt Earp. You know what I'm saying? I seen a cat come out Fred Meyer, man, had the thing on his hip. And like it wasn't no big deal. It was just why? It wasn't security. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't the police. Just ordinary, average, everyday mo. Strap. Heat. Looked like it could have been like a desert eagle. You know what I'm saying? It was big. It wasn't a little, it was big, sitting in the holster big. You know what I mean? So yeah, I ain't and a lot of people feel like, you know, size matters when it comes to that. I feel like capacity and accuracy matter more. You know what I'm saying? If you got one style and you can't hit the broadside of a barn with it, it could be bigger, it could be louder, but if the operator doesn't know how to operate it accurately, no matter what you got. Whereas another person could be a threat with a crossbow or a slingshot or a spear. That got dark quick. Anyway, guys, even the DoorDash guys having it. Hey, I read a story a couple years ago here where there was a guy. He was going up here in South Mountain View, and he was going into an abandoned apartment and was using his cell phone to call for a pizza. And then when the pizza man would come, he robbed the pizza man. In Minnesota, the banks have a sign saying, "Please leave your firearms outside." LOL. Yeah. It is what it is. I get that. I get that. Okay. We gonna get started here because we like 15 minutes in. Like I said, I ain't gonna try to hold y'all here all night long. We gonna get this done and get to getting, as my partners say. My boy Shannon, shouts out to Shannon McKenzie. Yeah, we gonna get done. We're gonna be in and out like a robbery. You know what I'm saying? So here we go. Topic numero uno. and I'm gonna try to keep it. Lothar's over here to keep me on track. I give Lothar a look every now and then. So if y'all see me over here looking that direction, I'm looking at Lothar because Lothar got the outline. Anyway, first things first. All right. That is a picture of Azzari. Azzari is the son of T'Challa, but Azzari is the son of T'Challa in alternate realities, in other universes. 616 proper has seen Azzari, but Azzari and T'Challa have not met up in the 616. He's an electrokinetic. Why is he an electrokinetic? Because his mama is Aurora Monroe. So there is at least more than one reality where Azzari is the son of T'Challa and Aurora. Okay. I'll give you two instances right here. First ever appearance of Azzari. Boom. Next Avengers. If you watch my video, it's still up. Azzari made his appearance in this animated feature. This animated feature takes place on yet another Earth, another universe, another reality, where the Avengers have been wiped out except for the Hulk and Tony Stark and the children of Hank Pym Jr., Thor, Hawkeye, and Steve Rogers, along with Azzari, are the next Avengers, as you can see from the title. There was also an animated show called Next Avengers, anime, kind of in the vein of the X-Men anime. Anyway, again, an electrokinetic. He can make electrokinetic force fields. He can do cool shit like that. Make an Electro Panther. Why am I? Oh, excuse me. I forgot to mention the second instance of Azzari. Most recently, Aliens versus Avengers. If you've been collecting that, anyways, footprints, y'all. Footprints. Azzari was looking good, handling those xenomorphs. And you notice he's got on the Black Panther outfit and he's fighting alongside his daddy. That means, what that means, D-Real? That in at least one reality, T'Challa and his son are fighting side by side. So, Azzari's been in existence since the early 2000s. Why would he not be the choice for the son of T'Challa cinematically? I mean, I know we now think about it. You know what? I'm gonna leave it right there for now. What I wanted to touch on is we here at the Rock With Me Nation are known for saying you get the representation that you settle for. Okay. So Ryan Coogler, Nate Moore, this was the best representation that they thought to give us. This is a shining example of why people making comic book based movies should read comic books. Before you even went, oh, he was emotionally compromised. Okay, so emotionally compromised means you make a subpar movie. That's what happens when you're emotionally compromised. If I'm emotionally compromised and I'm in danger of making a subpar movie, I'm just going to back up, back off, and not do it for a little while. You got a perfect concept like Azzari, just sitting around for years, up on years. And when you finally do decide to bring this character's daddy to the screen, and it comes to a issue of how we want to depict his son, the best you can do, and we done had this conversation before. We done had this conversation many times. The best you can do is a bastard child. I got nothing. I got nothing. I mean, it appears that they have went from being the house of ideas to the house that breeds concepts that bleed money. I've been diehard Marvel since I was ankle low to a centipede's toe. So trust me when I say I gotta draw a line in the sand. You know what I'm saying? You and it's starting to bleed into comics, this kind of indifference, towards canon and source material. I mean, I know every now and then we reboot and we change and we morph and we do these things, to drive the story forward. How is this driving a story forward? It seems like it's forcing a story forward. Because when you take a not so fleshed out idea or an idea that is a last minute concept or thought and then just force it onto the screen, now that you have to connect it to other things in this universe that you are a part of, whether you want to be or not, you have all of the tools to make that shit happen, and you just, we gotta open this safe. Hey, how about this drill? Nah. Hey, how about this electronic lockpick? Nah. Hey, how about this crowbar? Nah. Hey, how about this dynamite? That's a good idea. No, it's not. You know what I mean? This ain't the cowboy days. You can't blow a safe open with dynamite. You gotta be a little more technical than that. And that's how a lot of the concepts feel that they give to us. I gotta cut my nails. Good Lord. That's how a lot of the concepts feel that they give to us. They give us these half-baked concepts, and then you in the media talking about it was the best you could do while you bleed money. I mean, far be it for me to tell people not to bleed money. I mean, I just feel like, especially in the current political state and economy that we're in, you probably want to think about doing your shit a little better. You know what I'm saying? Put some thought into it. If you can't put no thought into it, put it down for a little while. I write scripts. I write screenplays. I write poems. I've written books. So if I am blocked at that particular time, I'm just gonna stop. Come back and hit it when when the neurons are firing a little better. You know what I mean? Don't keep trying to push a turtle, onto the raceway. He ain't gonna perform. Let him do it when he do it, and when it feel good, when it's comfortable. Let me get y'all comments, because boy, y'all, woo woo, woo woo. Yeah, hit them likes, y'all. If you liking what I'm spiking, go ahead and kick it. LOL, black heroes with electric powers again. Right, I know, but he had a choice. You know what I mean? If you gonna have her powers, wind, you know what I'm saying? Even at and the comic book version, he's more weather oriented versus just being lightning oriented. But in an animated feature, you can only flesh out so much. So there you go. Gray in the building. What's cracking? The house are not giving a insert the expletive of your choice. Paul Martin say we can love the comics and admit that Marvel has had dumbness over the decades. Yeah, but it ain't just dumbness, Paul. It's pure, unadulterated indifference towards what your fans want. Ain't nobody in their right mind as for the Night Thrasher comic, the 4-issue Night Thrasher series that we got. I want to see Night Thrasher, but I don't want to see Night Thrasher like that. I mean, it could have been done better. It's not that I don't like it. I don't like it. I didn't like it. I just didn't. I mean, I think the art, that was another thing. It was just all around. It was kind of, I don't know. No disrespect to anybody, but it just was not one of my favorite things. And that's the point I'm getting at. It might be, just different taste. Graham Adams say it's a shift in quality of writing. Yeah. I mean, some guys still get it, but by and large, you hit the nail on the head, Gray. Idiocracy is what plants crave. You know what I'm saying? It's that type of thing where it's just like, oh, he's doing it, I'm gonna do it too. We've been doing, and that's not a new thing per se, at least with the big two. But with all of these independents, no disrespect to my independence of soul, but other independents, it seems like, okay, I'm gonna take a classic character and I'm gonna turn it on its ear. All right. That's interesting. What are you doing for an encore? I'm going to take this other character and turn him on his ear too. All right. Okay. Suggestion from D-Real. If you're going to take a classic character and turn it on its ear in a way that will say, I see what you're doing there and appreciate it. Like the people at Mad Cave who are writing Gotcha Man. Okay? You can almost predict what's going to happen. And then there are those times where it's like, oh, I didn't see that coming. But it still had that same kind of Battle of the Planets type feel. You know what I mean? If you're going to take a classic character and turn them on their ear, make them shine when they doing it. Don't drag them in the mud. John Ridley. BP2 could have been telling T'Chaka's story. BP2 could have given us a history of all the Black Panthers instead of that swill that we got Well, I ain't gonna call it swill. I'm gonna call it lackluster. But yeah, I mean, since they wanted to focus on the mantle, you know what I'm saying, and then just tell us about all the Black Panthers from Mosey or Bashinga, however you wanted to do it. Mosey probably be too much because y'all ain't ready to deal with that BC Avengers thing. So go ahead and shoot your thing off with Bashinga. You know what I'm saying? But later on, you can retcon it and go, oh, even Bashinga knew there was a Black Panther before him. You know what I mean? And like y'all like to do over there, just retcon the retcon. So that could be done potentially. So there's that. Disney lost a narrative it never truly had to begin with. That BP2 could have used the child as a young T'Challa on Walkabout, leading to his origin story as you've gotten that in the MCU yet, as you haven't gotten that in the MCU yet. A young T'Challa and Aurora told over the course of 2 hours. That actually isn't bad. The Marvel Dip universe, got it. Yeah, I agree, Paul. Age him up into the main 616 T'Challa. Exactly. They didn't kill off Cap and Batman at the same time. Time display. Yeah. Oh, you're talking comic. Yeah, that's yeah. Right around. Yeah, right around. Final Crisis and right around the same time frame. Yeah. Within a couple months, couple years. Let's somebody look up Final Crisis where Batman caught the Omega beams and Cap getting shot by Sharon. When was the years on that? So, and that's all I'm saying about Azzari. Don't waste concepts. Don't waste it. You're wasting it. I feel like you could do so much more with him as a character. Yeah. And we could see how he becomes the Black Panther of the future. Black to the future. Again, Black to the future. Black to the future. A story I want to see. That we could have did that story. And we could have had somebody as an older T'Challa and then had Azzari being the current Black Panther with, Mama Aurora. Boy, that would have been a lit. That and Wakanda Forever as a title would have made more sense. And you still could have told your father-son story that you said you wanted to tell. See, if you was reading comic books, you'd have been able to tell that father-son story because that father-son story has been told in the comics already. They did the heavy lifting for you. But hey, I can only expect the Minutemen to be the Minutemen. And that's what they gave us. And was like that. Like that. You know what I'm saying? So I guess we don't get no jungle-based superhero. So I guess we're gonna have to go on over to DC if we want to get our jungle-based superhero. I choose her. I pick her. She be my jungle-based superhero. Who is that? First of all, pardon me for the poor quality of the picture. Let me see if I can get a better quality picture. Cause y'all deserve better. Okay. That looks much nicer. Okay, let's do that. Hang on, guys. Give me a quick shakety shake. Oh. Yep, there it is. All right, we got it. Okie dokie. Where was I? All right. On the fly type thing. Let me do it like this right here. Boom, bomb. And here we go. This comic, that's better. Okay. This is the cover of Action Comics 521. Cover date July 1981. Ross Andru, Dick Giordano. I like Ross Andru's art. I like the way he drew Spider-Man. But for those of you that were unaware of this freaky looking costume, that is the first costume worn by this woman right here, Mari McCabe, aka Vixen, custodian of the Tantu Totem, which gives her the ability to tap into the power of the red, which allows her to borrow the attributes of animals, i.e., an elephant's strength, an eagle's ability to fly, a fish's ability to swim underwater, i.e., probably gills, claws, if need be. That's a damn handy power. Okay, we don't pay enough attention to characters like her. She's been around since 1981. Again, another one of those black characters that get an appearance here, an appearance there. She was in the Justice League with Aquaman and Gypsy and Vibe and Martian Manhunter for a little while, and then she was gone, and then she came back, and she got some shine on the animated set, but none of that ever turned into a monthly. And I will stand on it. I believe with all my heart, monthlies are how characters become A-list. I like that costume and that look a little better. Do you know, looking at this, and I just thought about it, looking at this image, who does Vixen remind you of in this picture? While you're thinking about that, I'm going to go to the comments. Juju in the building. Make sure you stay in the building, bro. I got some action figures, and I am certain you want to see them. Final Crisis number 6. Bruce got zapped after shooting Darkseid. Captain America 25, Civil War, Death of Captain America. What year? What year were both of the events? Were they in the same year? That's what I'm trying to find out. Paul Martin said Rihanna. I'm not gonna say she don't look like Rihanna, but question, does she look more like her? Here, let me give you a better picture. Okay. Camera 1. Camera 2. Camera 1. Camera 2. Now, even if she don't look like Teyona Taylor, if ever there is a Vixen movie to come in recent years or in the immediate future, I could see her playing Mari. Now, watch this, y'all. This is fun. Okay. Teyona Taylor as Vixen. Stay with me now. Here comes the cerebral part. Teyona Taylor as Vixen. Who is Teyona Taylor currently rumored to be involved with? Yep, that guy right there. Now, here comes the shocking revelation that I just had and said to myself, oh, this would totally work. Aaron Pierre is playing John Stewart. Holy Justice League Unlimited. Tell me that wouldn't work. Tell me that wouldn't work. Doggone it, D-Real, you've done it again. Holy smokes. That will work. I don't care what you talk about. That, yeah, them two, as them two on point, right? I can't wait to hear the comments. I can't wait to hear the comments. Let's see what y'all talking about. Okay, they were within a year of each other, like I thought. Teyona Taylor, bro. She was in the new Coming to America. She's been in a lot of stuff. She used to be married to Imani Shumpert. They got divorced. He used to, well, he's a professional basketball player. I remember him playing for the Heat when they won the championship. And he was on The Shot. Can she act, though? She has the look. Shit. I think she can act good enough to play Vixen. Yeah. I put it like this. I'd be willing to give her a shot. You know what I'm saying? I think she can step up to the plate and do it. I've seen her in stuff, and she's actually been pretty. Matter of fact, let me just hit up good old IMDb and tell you what she's been in, so you can go and watch it, and you tell me if you think she a good actress. Okay. She was born December 10th, 1990. So that makes her, she'll be 35 this year. So she ain't old. She was, like I told you, she was in Coming to America. She was Mary Magdalene in the Book of Clarence. She was in The New White Man Can't Jump. I didn't really care for that. She was the boxing instructor in Intergalactic. That was the animated project by Kid Cudi on Netflix. It's not bad. You should check it out. She was in Miracle Across 125th Street. That sounds a little low budget. But anyway, and she's been in a crap ton of people's videos. So she's a video vixen / actress. I think she could do it. Yes. Kamayo think Teyona looks like Vixen. Yeah, okay. And Graham Adams says, hey, Juju. And yes, she can act. So there you have it. How about that as a sequel to Superman? Since we throwing people, into things, and cinematically speaking about superhero movies. I like that. Cinematically speaking about superhero movies. The next project that Marvel has coming out is the Thunderbolts, if I am not mistaken, because somebody leaked this shit right here. Oh, look. It's an image of the Sentry, and it does not look like Sentry in the comic books. Yeah, dog. Y'all didn't need what y'all didn't need Tom Holland to snitch you out. Yeah, you could always count on Funkos or Hasbro or somebody. They like, you don't dictate our timeline, sir. We will put our products out whenever we feel like it. If you don't give us a clause to say we shouldn't put it out, we putting it out because we gotta make money too. And there you have it. If you didn't know the Sentry was going to be in Thunderbolts, now you do. Surprise! Anywho, though, that is not the cinematic event that I am most concerned about. The cinematic event that concerns me most is the one that concerns this guy. My dude, one Victor Von Doom. I don't know how y'all feel about this right here. Oh, real quick before I forget, let me show y'all what I came up with action figure style. Boom. Hey, it's Black Love, y'all. It's Black Love in the building. Honey, it's real love, the kind that lasts forever and I forgot the lyrics. Anyway, yeah, that's what we do. And that's how we doing it. You're welcome. That's just a little bit of action figure. But anyway, you got me off topic. Yeah, here we go. Paul Martin said using Sentry was dumb. Yes, I agree 100%. What is that little ragtag group of poop butt ass characters gonna do to a man who has the power of 1,000,000 exploding suns? The same thing Anthony Mackie did to the Hulk, the Red Hulk. Thunderbolt's about to flop. Bruh. Woo! Would have made more sense, maybe more expensive SFX though, asking T-Bolts to capture White Vision. Let it go, y'all. Do your thing. Downey is supposedly writing his lines and everything for Doom. Okay. I still don't know how I feel about it. Still don't know how I feel about it, honestly. Getting Sentry before Blue Marvel. Yeah. Chronologically, Sentry came first. Canonically, he did not. But chronologically, Sentry came first. So, yeah. But they're like, I agree, Juju. They lacking the hell out of some representation. So, yeah, you need all the blackness in your features you can get. And let us, delineate. We want black ensembles, not tokens. You know what I'm saying? Because them tokens is a drip in the bucket. Question: which one resonates in your mind more? Meteor Man or Black Panther? Both for ensemble cast. See what I'm saying? You can remember stuff about it because there's more stuff that you can relate to going on in those movies. Why y'all just giving us? I'll give you one over here. You cannot have more than two on the screen at the same time. More than two on the screen at the same time made you $1 billion. But that's right. Y'all like bleeding money. Victor Von Stark. Juju flop hard. Gonna have a bunch of super soldier parts at Ollie's. Hey, I ain't seen no toy line for Thunderbolts. What's the toy line for Thunderbolts look like? Has anybody seen a toy line for Thunderbolts? I haven't. White Vision is called Cataract in the nerddom. And Downey will suck at Doom. Downey as Doom is ridiculous. Yeah, I need Black Ensemble cast. Bruh, they just fixed Tony's back in the Ultimates. Meanwhile, Rhodey in the MCU. Bruh. And we could go on. But you know the one thing about it that yeah, it was a rhetorical question, Thee. I know. I know. We already talked about this back in January. Ain't gonna be nothing. You know what I'm saying? Worthy. The whole year they're gonna be dropping figures, but they ain't dropping nothing. You know what I'm saying? To just be like, I gotta get that. Well, not yet. We'll see. I don't know. Yeah, if they do have a loot, it's going straight to Holly. Okay. Yeah. Speaking of toy lines, y'all, Hasbro released a Daredevil figure. Now, I know Theo talked about it a little bit on his live yesterday, and he said he's going to put a picture up. I don't think nobody saw a picture. But here's the thing. Bear with me. This is what they're getting ready to release. And it's sold out, by the way. That's the Daredevil that you're looking at purchasing from Hasbro. You got that right there. Okay? It's nice. It's nice. Check out the Mezco Daredevil. Okay. He may not have 5 o'clock shadow. But as we know, Mezco's known for them all cloth uniforms. And that, in my opinion anyway, is a much nicer Daredevil than what Hasbro's about to give you. Plus, we already have this figure. It was part of the Man-Thing Build-A-Figure line. That's where they gave you Jessica Jones. They gave you Blade. They gave you the cinematic or the Netflix version of Elektra. This Daredevil. And there is one more in the series. But yeah, I that's where I got my Man-Thing from that line. But to me, Mezco always goes harder detail-wise. You know what I'm saying? They got them cloth uniforms. They winning. So I feel like if you're going to get a Daredevil figure or you have to have a cinematic Daredevil figure, you're going to pay a little more money for this one. But when you get this junk, you're going to know why you paid the extra bang. You know what I'm saying? So worth it. I have 3 Mezcos, and I'm looking to get some more because I feel like that's where my collectability is going, is about to go high end because the toy companies are on one. Everybody can't get it right. Oh my goodness. bruh, I ain't seen a mezco yet that I was like, "Nyeh." You know what I'm saying? That Dr. Doom, fire. They got a couple of blades, both of them, fire. Theo got that John Stewart, fire. You know what I'm saying? Hey, they cost a little bit more, but when you looking at them joints and they all posed out and they looking good, you know why you paid that extra 20, 30, $50. Because you getting what you paid for. Yeah, Juju, I got that Mezco Black Panther too. That matter of fact, that Mezco Black Panther is the first Mezco I got. So yeah, and when I said, because I was like, ooh, it's made of cloth. You know what I mean? He got clothes on, them are clothes. So yeah, I got that one. And I got Bishop. And then I have John Wick. So yeah. Yeah, they were. I want to get Dr. Doom. I want to get that John Stewart, and I want to get a blade. I do. I want to get that blade. So maybe. I just had a crazy idea, but I'm gonna stop. You share my point about Vixen and John on X. Okay. Well, tis what I do, y'all. Tis what I do. If it happens, it happens. But I don't want to be, tooting my horn too hard just yet. Okay. We've been getting tariff notices. I operate a eBay business. I got a store on eBay. It's called D Reels Deals. Right now I ain't got too much on there, but there's a few things on there, a few action figures, a few comics. If y'all want to go by there, check it out, see something you like. Right now, low end stuff, so you could get some stuff for a steal right now. But this weekend, that's probably what I'll be sitting doing all day, is posting stuff on the page. You know what I mean? So yeah, but you know what I'm saying? We live in the day and age of tariffs. And I got this interesting little notice about tariffs on my eBay. Basically, it says any product being purchased out of Canada over $800, it's going to be a 10% tariff tacked onto. I don't know if that was how it always was, but it seems like attention is being paid a lot more to tariffs. Why am I talking about tariffs in a nerd atmosphere? Because y'all thought, this is why I say it is time to come out of the corner and let Muggs know we more than just a bunch of nerds that like to cosplay, read comic books, and do action figures and stuff like that. Straight up, comic books read in America are printed in Canada, close to the paper mill logging forests. And most large collections are printed in China. Wait, are you saying there's going to be tariffs on my damn comics? Okay. Normally, a conversation doesn't necessarily flare into something political, I'll be real with D-Real. I kind of make it an unspoken rule to not really mince politics in anything I do, but it's becoming necessary. Okay. Now, this is what I was doing that I said was going to be kind of a cerebral part of the show. When you are in a financially compromised situation, the last thing you want to do is impose tariffs on people you depend on for certain products. See, we can impose tariffs on countries with brown people in them all day. We'll learn to do without the stuff that brown people have. Now, black people, that's a different story because they got minerals and things and gold and diamonds and things of value that people want. So, I mean, you could go as high as charge 25% tariff, to try to get something like that. Now, speaking of 25% tariff, the orangutan in charge was saying he was going to impose tariffs on Canada and Mexico and threatened to do so. And in turn, expecting them to go, oh no, he said, we're going to impose tariffs on your punk ass too. So then he's like, oh, well, I'm going to hold my tariffs off for 30 days. Sounds like somebody selling wolf tickets. But what I wanted to bring your attention to, hang on, I'm gonna pull it up. Now I don't want to get nobody up in arms or upset or nothing, but there were a lot of things during the Great Depression that precipitated the Great Depression. A lot of times we talk about the Wall Street crash of 1929 being the key event that precipitated the Great Depression. An event that a lot of us don't talk about, that immediately after the crash of 29, we had the Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act. There's that word again, tariff. The Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act was an act meant that it was written in the law by President Herbert Hoover, just so you know, in 1930. I think it was June of 1930 that this was written in the law. Basically, this tariff, very similar to the tariffs Cheeto Man is talking about imposing, did not work. They failed. And because they failed, it took us like close to 10 years to get the economy back the way it was supposed to be, or where it was affordable. It took a whole nother president coming in and saying, look at this mess of shit that Herbert Hoover done left. That president was FDR, by the way. The only president to serve 3 terms. So, I said all of that to say what? Current events are shaping up to look like the same events that precipitated the Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act. Are we looking at another depression? I don't know. If we are looking at another depression, I would say those of us that buy action figures, if you do, you better get them dirt cheap. Something else you might want to consider: sell a few of them. What E40 say? Sell your trophy partner. That's ching ching player, dude. That's a man. You know what I'm saying? Ching ching. You might need it. You might need it. This current economy, stranger things have happened. And right now, we don't know what's going to happen because literally every day we turning on the TV and going, what? Or we looking at our phone and going, he said what? He's going to do what? Some of us are. Some of us are looking at our phones and going, I told these Negroes, I told them, I told these palm colored people, I told them, but they voted against their own interests. Nebraska, the state of Nebraska. Have you heard about what's going on with the state of Nebraska? I'm going to talk about that. Then I'm going to pop out the action figures and we're going to be done. I promise. I told you I'm going to keep you in here long. State of Nebraska is supposed to be going dead ass broke by the end of the third quarter. That's like what, September, October? They're supposed to be broke. A whole state broke. How? Let's rewind it and take you back a little bit. Okay. State of Nebraska, in case you didn't know, is a red state. But what you didn't know is, I believe, you can check me on if you want to, but 75% of the people who worked in the cattle industry in Nebraska, undocumented immigrants. So, when all of these people in the red state of Nebraska voted against their own interests, knowing they had undocumented workers in their factories, on their farms, knowing these undocumented workers were going to be some of the first people this president was going to turn his ire against as soon as he got in office, because he was talking about it before he set foot in office. What makes you think a crazy person ain't going to do the crazy things they say they're going to do? And true to his word, he got ice hopping like popcorn all over the place. Guess what the undocumented workers in Nebraska did? They left. They skied out. They broke north. They kicked rocks. They peeled out. They Audi 5,000. Now, Nebraska is left with no workers. Oh, what are we going to do? We don't have anybody to do our cattle stuff for us. You should have thought about that before you voted against your own interests. What Malcolm X say? Chickens coming home to roost never bothered me. Say, yep, gonna backfire. Big time. See, like I said, I've been doomsday prepping since the last time this cat was in. So push come to shove, I'm gonna be all right. Only thing I'm gonna have to focus on is, keeping the main thing the main thing. I practice it so I don't have to preach it. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. Didn't nobody see this coming? What my man say on Age of Ultron? You didn't see that coming? Yeah, I saw it coming. Oh my goodness gracious. But D, won't Trump save them? I think there are a lot of conservatives that are like, that mug is crazy. And I don't trust nothing they doing. Just a thought. But, you know, as they would tell us, you're listening to too much mainstream media. Well, as I like to say, in the fullness of time, we shall see who was right and who was wrong, who was lying and who was telling the truth, who were 10 toes down or who only had their pinkies out there, their pinky toes. Let's get a smile on those faces, because I know right now that ain't some stuff you want to digest. That ain't something you really want to think about. That ain't something that is foremost in your mind right now. But I mean, like it or not, it's some shit you're gonna have to think about. It just is. That being said, let's see what I've got today. NECA. Now, I told y'all about NECA. NECA, they kind of specialize in like Universal monster stuff, but they also got like other like gargoyles. They handle the gargoyles line, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And they don't just do Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles like television shows and movies and stuff like that. They do the Eastman Laird shit. You know what I mean? They got characters from the actual comics. And one of those characters, it's an elite guard. I know that glares on him, but I'm gonna pull him out of here because I already got it open. I'm pulling him out of here. But yeah, let me go ahead and pull this action figure out. I like that it's doubly encased because you've got a casing on top of the main one to keep the accessories from falling about. Those of us who collect know those can be a pain sometimes. So just lift that right up and pull that right out. Now, right away, I can see I'm gonna be doing something different with this figure right here. I don't know if y'all remember Lone Wolf and Cub, but Lone Wolf and Cub went up against this group of assassins called the Masters of Death. And they specialized in, they all wore this same kind of outfit, and they specialized. One had a claw, one had a club, and the other one, I believe, used a sword. But they were really cool. And this figure reminds me of them. It's just a, what is it called? An elite guard. So he's got a change of hands, handling hands, I like to call them. And they're the hands that hold weapons. So we're going to put a weapon hand on him. Okay. Got that right there. A man has a naginata. That's a fancy Japanese name for spear. So he can rock like that. Or I could put this other grip hand on him. You can tell this is fresh, man, because they don't even want to come out. Gotcha, sucker. Okay. And then we take the other grip hand. There we go. Woo. There we go. All right. Sorry about that. Over here wrestling with this junk. Let's do this. There we go. Naginata action. He also has a blade, and I guess what could best be described as a guitar? We will show you Masters of Death. Huh. I guess that's not how you, but yeah, it is. So there you go with that weapon. And we'll arm the other arm with a blade. And I have like an assortment of weapons. I got like little weapons and accessories. If I decide I don't like these weapons, I got some stuff I can give them to wield. I think I will pick up 2 more of these because they were really cheap. I think I got them for like 10, 15 bucks. I think I will pick up 2 more of these, repaint them, get them cloaks, and make them my Masters of Death. So that is that action figure that I copped today. But it is not the only action figure that I copped today. I also, like I told y'all before, I am working on putting together an entire Green Lantern Corps. Now, if we're going to put the Green Lantern Corps together, we got to have at least, you know what I'm saying, the all-stars, you know, the super dupers who, you know, you can't talk about Green Lanterns without talking about it. Of course, I have Hal Jordan. Of course, you've got to have Hal Jordan if you're having a Green Lantern conversation. I've got John Stewart. Of course, I got John Stewart. I got several John Stewarts. I have a couple of John Stewarts. I also have Kilowog. I also have Abin Sur. I also have Tomar Ree. I have Isamat Cole. And I have Sodom Yacht. I have Jessica Cruz. I have Simon Baggs. I've got quite a few Green Lanterns, but how can you not have the Green Lantern everybody's talking about right now? Yeah, I went on ahead and did it, y'all. Guy Gardner. Now, what's the, I guess you could call it best. What's the best thing about Guy Gardner? Now, what we know McFarlane has been doing lately, because, you know, he's on his way out, so he's going out with a bang. He been making action figures with removable face plates so you could see different expressions on their faces. Now he's got 2 extra change of hands because he's got a lantern, so I assume he's going to need to be holding that lantern. But yeah, guy like, y'all say hello to the greatest Green Lantern ever, me, you know. But bruh, check it out. Guy Gardner got the mop top, bro. Guy Gardner come with a mop top, bruh. You know we gotta put the mop head on there, bruh. We gotta do the mop head, man. We gotta. It would not be a party without the mop top. It's crazy stuff. And just like that. 1987 Guy Gardner all over again. And he's got a couple different faces. You know, like I showed y'all with the Huntress. and a couple other figures. They've got, that change of facial expression. So, like somebody said in the comments, we know God like to crash out. So, give Guy the crash out face. Bump it, right? Hold up. Take that top off his head. Gotta put his face on and then put the mop top back on. That's crazy, Guy. After Batman busts him upside his head, that's that guy. Yeah. So, or it could be Guy when he was getting ready to try to clock Batman. Nah, he took his ring off before he clocked Batman. Yeah. No, not on the way out, but what Kamoyo said. McFarlane, they lost the contract to do that. And it reverted back to Mattel. Just so you know, see if I can get him away from his woman long enough. This is essentially a Mattel body style. If you look at it, I don't know if they're going to be using this body style when they take over again, but it's decent. I mean, the articulation, there's not a whole lot that you can't do with it pose wise. You know what I'm saying? The posability, you know what I mean? So they got a lot of posability as far as articulation goes. So I don't think we're losing out having it revert to Mattel. Maybe in the area of detail. If Mattel can get that level of detail, they'll be pissing in tall cotton, as Grandma used to say. But yeah, Guy Gardner, y'all. That's Guy Gardner. You know what? I'm gonna leave that face on him. And I'm gonna put this face back off in there and this head off in there. See if it will his regular hair fit. Yes, it will. Then put this face back in there. See, they got a little tape that's across the front of it. See if they would just do like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles instead of having to put tape across the front to hold those in place. Just put a whole frame over it that covers it all, and voila. But yeah, that is the action figures. Well, no, I got one more. Yeah, they've been around because Mattel been around because Barbie ain't went nowhere. Yeah, Mattel has less detail. Kamoyo, Todd has done Marvel statues. He's got Marvel statues out there right now because I saw a Spider-Man statue that was made in the style that Todd McFarlane drew Spider-Man in. You know, the Venom era. Last piece. I bolstered up my Action Force Army builder with a Swarm Tracer. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Let's get this puppy out the plastic because I kind of like the Swarm Trader. Swarm Trader's looking kind of nasty over here. Let's see what he's got going on. Okay. Is this thing glow in the dark? Look like it might be. Valorverse. Swarm Trooper. I have 2 already. So this will be the 3rd Swarm Trooper. So we got a little army build going on here with them. Knife. See the knife? That's an actual knife, y'all. Detail laden. Got the pistol. Ready to rock and roll. Okay. This baby comes with accessories, but it's Valorverse, so you would expect no less. Bobby Valor don't skimp. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe this puppy glows in the dark. If it does, I'll post a picture later of it glowing in the dark. He's called a Swarm Trooper for a reason. The Swarm Trooper comes with a backpack. Swarm. Remember that episode of Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends when they had Swarm on there? And that's all anybody, they get turned into a B-Man, and that's all they would say, swarm, swarm, swarm. They grow antennas and wings and shit. Comics. Gotta love them. Work. Oh, I see what it is. See this gear, man. They got a lot of gear. Got to have it adjusted just right. So I ain't even gonna say that because I listened. I thought about it in my head, and then boom, there you go. Swarm Trooper. Swarm Trooper also comes with a different head sculpt. This one, I think, is a little more elusive, but not impossible. A little more swarm-like. What do you think? Got more be like? Does he have yet another head sculpt? 3 head sculpts. What is going on? Yep. Still is another head sculpt. I'll be damned. Oh, this is even more. Oops. Get up there, you lazy heifer. Wow. 3 separate head sculpts. Damn, I hope this thing goes in the dark, man. This is gonna be so dope if it does. Let's put his gun away. And his wings away. And get him ready for battle with his right shield. Yeah. That's what's happening. And I like that honeycomb design on it. That looks very cool. There's that. Straighten up and fly, right? Yes, they do have mad gear. And all of this came for like a player's price. Not to mention, I ain't even got to the gun. The main gun. Hang on a second. Give you the main thing. You're going to like this one. Matter of fact, I think you're gonna love this one. This sucker is nice. They do. They have a high degree of detail, and not to mention, yeah, boy, these joints is. That's the main gun. So 2 more of these. How does he look with the wings? Got to line them holes up with the vest and the gear. Oopsie. Didn't get it in the hole. That's not something I should be saying out loud. Pause. Okay. How about we do this? There we go. There we go. There. And they live happily ever after. There you go. Oh, speaking of gear packs, glad you brought that up, Kamoyo. Put all that back. See, and all of this snaps right back in here. So they ain't got no problems. And I can put any head in any, you know what I'm saying, spot. What fell out? Something fell out. What was that? Oh, the gun. Didn't nothing fall out? Oh, that was the. Okay. There. And all of that sits perfectly. It was a hand. Okay. All of that sits perfectly, except for one hand. Okay. Ah! Gear pack. Bam. Hands. Lots and lots of hands. I got black hands. That's what we doing. And that's how we doing it. Yeah. Hand packs. Hand packs. Yeah, and they got the bird. You can flip somebody the bird with a pack. So yeah, that's how we living. That's what we doing. I hope the energy that was dispersed today was educational. I hope that y'all actually got something out of it, especially the part about tariffs. And the part about Aaron Pierre and Teyona Taylor. That would be fun to see. Maybe a couple movie. Call it John and Mari. Who knows? Things going on this weekend or rest of this week. Of course, we're gonna be popping off tomorrow with Friday vibing. We do not have a guest this Friday, but next Friday, it was the 14th. Yeah, we will have Joseph Illich, and I'm still waiting to hear back from 2 other people. So potentially 2 or 3 guests. We would just have to see if their schedules play out the right way, but for sure. So y'all make sure y'all read up on everything Joe Illich has done so that y'all can put some interesting questions in the chat for the 14th. Also, I am going to be finishing out my Blade Red Band reviews with issues 4 and 5. I'm going to cram those in probably this week, and then I will give y'all Gotcha Man number 7. Yes, number 7. I know I didn't do Gotcha Man number 6, and I'm going to tell you why. Gotcha Man number 6 is not a story I think y'all would enjoy. It basically is a story that focuses on Jinpei, which is Kiap, and he takes the team on a treasure hunt. So it's not anything that if you miss it, you missed a storyline. And issue number 7 is a lot more interesting story-wise because it links right back up, to the storyline that's going on. Also, where is the challenge? I'm going to do a video on that. I have heard what people are saying. I have heard why there is no T'Challa in Avengers. Shit don't fly with me. Just how I feel. It's not a valid excuse. I mean, I guess we're supposed to play ball, but if it ain't my ball, I don't like playing. It's just like that. Other than that, man, I think I'm gonna have enough material to hold y'all down until I pop up again next week. And my wedding anniversary is this month, so I am going to need. You know what? I think it is. I'm taking that whole or most of that week off. Oh shit. It's the 20th. We shall see. We shall see. 20th is y'all. You know what? We might have to do Thursday's live earlier on the 20th. That day we might have to do a little earlier because I know, me and the missus is gonna be occupied that whole week, that weekend. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And thank y'all. Congratulations, sir. 23rd, 3 days after me. Okay, cool. But you've been with your lady longer, right, Kamoya? Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Yeah, so those are things that are coming up in the month of March. We got some other stuff cooking that we trying to put together. Rock with me, nation. Y'all keep rocking. I guarantee you what you get, you gonna appreciate. You're gonna appreciate it because we trying to put it out for y'all. 29 years. You got me by 8. it'd be 21 in 2 weeks. So, all right. Yeah. Y'all make sure y'all pull up tomorrow evening. Check out me and Theo. Y'all make sure y'all pull up to the videos. Y'all just keep rocking how y'all rocking, man. We love and appreciate y'all. We will see y'all tomorrow evening. Same real time, same real channel. My man Theo B gonna be by my side, and we're gonna be vibing. That's it for now, y'all. But fret not, I will be coming at you with another one of them other ones. And until I do, y'all be good and be good to each other.